Hey guys, Gary Davilo with 7i Operations Group. Today, we'll review another project management tool named Jira. Jira is a great tool. We'll tell you what we like about it, what we don't like about it, and which organizations will benefit the most. Stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Jira. Jira is a project management, task management, and resource management tool. It was designed originally for the software development industry and those companies that use Agile methodology. It has since grown in scope and is being utilized by all kinds of different organizations who even don't use Agile. And I'll show you why. The greatest strength of this tool is the ability to customize the tool. And that strength is also its greatest weakness. Companies who don't have a strong administrator, we'll just say right up front, who learn the navigation of all the different menus and settings, who can administer this tool for the company, shy away from this technology. It's so comprehensive and so robust, and the ability to customize is so strong, it's overwhelming to most organizations. If the company wants a simple task management, resource management, even a Kanban type board, this is not the tool for you. Even though the tool does address those features or those needs, the administration of the tool still becomes overwhelming for most, and I'll show you why. So let's take a look at the settings menu. This looks harmless enough. You have system settings, application settings. Now take a look, what you can customize. Knowing where to customize a certain feature, just a simple feature, for instance, like time tracking, something we do with our clients, and in full disclosure, we use this technology with some of our clients for this very reason, the ability to customize and to lock down security, accessibility, visibility, those kind of things. This tool, if you want to turn on time tracking, you have to know where to turn the feature on to enable it. You'd have to know where to make it visible on the task screens, for instance, board settings. You'd have to know, wait a minute, is this a global setting? Is this a project setting? Is this a board setting? Which type of setting is it? And where do I find it? That type of navigation is not intuitive. Most users, most administrators would have to go and search for that feature set. Their documentation is comprehensive. It's all there. You have to go find it. But that feature set is overwhelming. How Atlassian has addressed that is pretty clever. If we go back to the main screen and we go back to projects and we want to click a new project, notice that it has a template. It's very small here. You probably wouldn't notice if you went too quickly, but you can change it from a full Scrum type interface, the full Agile experience, to a Kanban type board, which has a backlog. It has a list. So if you preview these different settings, you can see you have a backlog concept, you have a board, you have some reports and analytics. It's a pretty strong template. If we want a simple board, more of a Trello type experience, and by the way, the company that owns Jira, Atlassian, also now owns Trello. If you want a more Trello type experience, you would pick Agility. If you wanted task management, pure task lists, if you wanted project management, if you wanted workflow management, and you can see, they Atlassian have gone out of their way to pre-package templates so that companies would not be overwhelmed by all the settings. And here's kind of the key. It's twofold. If your company is in have internal projects only, in other words, using your internal resources only, these pre-packaged templates work fantastic. And you wouldn't have to be overwhelmed by all the settings. If you have to accommodate external users and multiple clients, and you have to control visibility and accessibility, and control user rights and those kind of things, that's when that navigation through that setup menu becomes a little overwhelming. Even though you have the pre-packaged templates, how to control those kind of things can become overwhelming for some companies. So if I went back to here, you can see I have different types of projects. If I pick test project 1, for instance, this is a Kanban type board. It has a board, a list. I can add, I have very limited settings. I click on settings. You can see I can make the name of it. I can decide who's part of it. That's it. So that's not overwhelming to users. That's great. If I went to a full Scrum type project, I'll show you. Let's go back here. Let's go to projects, add projects, top right corner. And I pick test project 5. Assuming that I'm going to leave it as a Scrum. You can see the number of settings here. Now I go to these settings. Wait a minute, look at all this. You can control issue types and workflows and screens and fields for this particular project or across the entire platform. You can implement what's called components. It's a subdivision of a project when you break it down, different versions, like if you're developing software or a product, different iterations of that product. You can have permissions even by field. So this navigation becomes a little overwhelming. We like it because we use it. Some users would not like it. The other strength of this tool, like every other tool, when we analyze a tool or we review a tool, we're not looking for each feature and to tell you which feature does. We're looking, will it make you more efficient? So if you have a strong administrator who can administer all the different feature sets, and you have different types of users and different types of projects, where on some projects you may need Kanban board, and some projects you need full Scrum, and you use Agile, this is a tremendous tool. But the other metric we use to measure the tool is the ability to integrate this technology with others. So Jira integrates with other Atlassian products, and primarily Confluent, which is the one we enjoy the most, a document storage / collaboration tool. We'll review that later. We use that tool quite a bit. It integrates seamlessly with that tool, but it also integrates with dozens and dozens of other technologies. So it can be part of an overall technology platform, which is a big thing for us. In order to be more efficient as a company, you don't want to be entering the same information in multiple locations, and you don't want to have redundancy. This helps streamline that redundancy by the ability to integrate with other technologies. Big thumbs up for that. If your outfit does not have that strong administrator and is looking for a simple task management tool, this is not the tool for you. But that's it. That's our review of Jira. It's a fantastic technology if you can deal with all the feature sets and know how to navigate the screens. Thanks a lot.